Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. We're presented by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Logan Keller stops by the drive-through today. Logan, before we even talk baseball, let's talk a little drive-through. You have the choice of any drive-through in America. What's Logan Keller taking his carload of folks into the drive-through and getting?
I think if it's a drive-through, you got to pick Burger King. I think they got the best burgers.
Burger King, by far the best hamburger, flame broiled all the way. Let's talk a little baseball. Your new environment this year, for the first time in a while, new voices for you and some of the veterans on this team. What's that been like, getting used to a new voice and obviously, finding out what Chuck Ristano was all about, bringing certainly a pretty good resume with him.
Yes, sir. It's been absolutely awesome. There's definitely been a little bit of a reset with the culture, with the team, like how we go about things, approaches, things like that, and it's really been great. The team has completely bought in, love everything all the coaches have to say, and it's been really good, really great, really great.
We hear at times in any sport, whenever there's a coaching change, especially collegiately, guys that have been a part of the program, maybe sometimes it's a little bit more of an adjustment for the older players because you're so used to doing it a certain way. But guys that are entrusted as leaders in that older group, as you well know, how important was it for you and the coaching staff to get on the same page so you could lead the way the coaches want this program to be led now?
Yeah, that's something that's super important and something that, I think all the seniors and coach talked about very early on. And coach has done a great job, kind of bringing us in and like talking to us as seniors, like as a senior class. We have a coaching council who is basically like a couple players from each class. So it's been an amazing job just getting not just a senior class like along board, but every single class along the way. And making sure, like when things happen, there's reason behind it, and just done a great job doing that.
It's funny. My daughter and I, she plays softball. We were having that exact same discussion yesterday about all the classes being represented. Do you feel it's important that every group at least feels like it has a voice to contribute? Because you never know. Somebody, whether it be a younger player, older player, may have something that's very positive to contribute that could certainly help team culture.
Yes, sir. I think that's something for sure, and I think it's something that's tough here at the academy, just because with school you have the first class versus a fourth class or a plebe. There's definitely some sort of hierarchy. On the baseball field, like that can't be a thing. You're a team, you're a baseball team. Freshmen can do as much as a senior can who's played all the games. I think a great example is this past weekend, Brady Bendick, a freshman, having a great outing, very important for us. So that's something for sure that you really can't have. It's important to have experience, and obviously seniors are going to have more experience than a freshman. But on a baseball team, freshmen are going to do a lot, same as seniors are going to do a lot. So it's very important to kind of get the hierarchy out of the way.
Logan, though, isn't that a part of, winning is a universal language, and most competitors are all about winning, and winners don't care if it's freshman, senior, little used reserve, whoever. Isn't winning that universal language that you hope everybody buys into?
Yes, sir, exactly. And that's why, there can't be like, basically what I'm saying is like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman,
Right.
it doesn't matter if you're a senior. Because that's what it is, winning, like you want to do whatever it takes to win. And if that means, freshmen stepping up, then that's what it has to be, and that's how it has to be. So
You've played a lot of baseball games here. You've had a lot of at bats. You seem like a guy that just enjoys hitting the baseball. That's the first vibe I get watching you play baseball. What is it about this sport that you just seem to enjoy it, have fun with it, and every time you go to the plate, you just seem to have a great plan of attack up there. What's been the key to having success and obviously playing a lot of baseball here at the academy?
yeah, I think a big key to having a success, like it's a game that's fun. If you get all tight and start being I don't know, like nervous or anything like that, you're not going to play very well. That's a thing that I always like going into is like being very aggressive, having fun with the game. And I think we do a great job as a team. Our culture, like our chemistry, whatever you call it, we're a very close team. So I think it's very good for us. Like we're able to loosen each other up or like whatever it may be. So that's kind of like my plan of attack is like be as aggressive as I can. Don't take like half swings. When I swing the ball, like when I swing the bat, I want to hit the ball far. So it's basically what I'm doing.
You and your group have been through a lot here. You look back early in your tenure to seeing a group that is kind of stuck together. For those that were in the room when you first started and are still there, what's it been like here over your time at the Naval Academy and persevering through a lot of different stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. I wouldn't change the world for the group of guys I have with me, like in my class. You hear a lot about that when you come here is, like it's the people here and you're gonna like make like these best friends, and that couldn't like be more true. I wouldn't change a thing about like the group I have, like the guys I'm with and the guys who I'm like going through life with right now. It's great, and that goes with all classes. Like I mean, I wouldn't change a thing. I think our chemistry is great. I think the culture is great, and I really like where it's headed.
What'd you think of the opening league series? I mean, non-conference games are non-conference games, but getting that league season started, you know how important it is. Thoughts on the first series you all had this past weekend?
Yeah. I think we did well. I think we also left a little bit on the table. I think we show glimpses of like how well we can play, and then other games maybe we like drop the ball a little bit. But it's baseball. Like baseball games are hard to win, like as coach says. And it's just about finding that consistency. Like great teams are very consistent when they win. So it's just about like finding what's right, like all of us being on the same page, all of us playing together. And I think like once we find that, we are a very good team, and it's just like finding that consistency with like playing very, very well.
Gonna say too. I mean, look, we all know you guys want to beat Army, you want to beat Bucknell, you want to beat everybody in the Patriot League. But whether it's Army or whether it's Bucknell, taking each series as it comes during the course of this journey, how important is that patience you need? Literally at bat by at bat, pitch by pitch, ball hit to you in the field. I mean, there has to be a lot of patience in this great game of baseball. How important is it to maintain that focus, literally pitch to pitch, at bat to at bat right now?
It's very important, because once you're in conference play, you like want to jump ahead, like, oh, we're like playing our conference. Like, what about this team? What about this game? It's very important though, because you can't do that, including when you're playing double headers on a weekend. If you're thinking about game two, you still got to play game one. And if you're not thinking about game one, you're not going to probably play very well. So it's very important. And same with what you're saying, like at bat by at bat. You can't be thinking ahead. It's more thinking in the present, which kind of helps with like attitude and like how you're doing. Just think in the present and then keep pushing forward.
Baseball obviously is, giving you an opportunity to get one of the greatest educations you can. You've been able to play Division I baseball as well. When did you know baseball was going to be this vehicle for you?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think growing up, I always wanted it to be. It's kind of the sport like I was better at. I played football and basketball. Basketball, I kind of just played to stay in shape because I was horrible at it. But I played football up until eighth grade. I think pretty much going into my freshman years when I strictly just focused on baseball, and I would say then is when, at least when I really tried to like say like, all right, this is what's take me to the next level, like where I want to get baseball wise, academically, and all that. So
awesome stuff, big fella. Appreciate you taking some time for us. Best of luck with what certainly is a busy weekend coming up for you guys as well. Appreciate the time today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.